All right, I want to do a quick video on how to add some objects that collide with a hair groom in Unreal Engine. So I've got a character here, it just happens to be a custom metahuman, and I needed the hair to collide with something that was not part of a character. So I'm going to show how I set that up, hopefully pretty quickly. First of all, in the blueprint, there's the hair groom. You want to plug the physics asset for your head into the simulation physics asset. And if you don't already have a physics asset for your character that is connected to the skeleton, then you're going to want to make one. This is not a video on how to do that, but here is a physics asset that is set up for the character. It's basically just simple capsules. It's actually not that accurate, but well, let me just do that. Okay, so that's something that you want to make sure is plugged into the physics asset there. You want to make sure that it is running simulation. If you're doing any overrides, which all of the overrides that I'm using happen to be in the sequencer. In the hair groom itself, you want to make sure in the physics section that it is solving for collision. There we go, collision, solve collision. I ended up messing with a lot of the settings in here just a tiny bit, especially the damping and bend damping and stretch damping. I end up playing with that stuff a lot, but I tend to play with that stuff either in the sequencer as an override or in the override settings for the groom itself. Anyway, so here's the trick for having other things collide with that hair groom. You need to have a skeletal mesh. I just grabbed a couple of totally random things. One of them happened to be a spoon. I converted that to a static mesh, or sorry, skeletal mesh, and I added a physics asset, which is just just a single capsule. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to render it. I just needed a capsule. So this is a skeletal mesh component, so skeletal mesh actor that I added as a component to my character blueprint. In this case, the metahuman character blueprint. I actually added a couple of them. One of them I happen to parent to the hand in case she needs to run her hands through her hairs, and the other is parented to nothing. Then in the scene itself, I went ahead and grabbed my metahuman character blueprint, and I found that spoon. And let me set this to visible and unhidden so we can see it. And I scaled it up and positioned it basically to where the back of that chair is. So it is hidden in game and the visibility is turned off, but there's enough collision there that it's not distracting. That's really all I needed. And this is not a, this is not going to do a crazy fancy hair sim, but is there. I could tweak it a little bit more, but it's working right now. And then you just you can make them hidden and turn the visibility off, but they're there. Now, to get them to actually interact with your character's hair, there is one thing that you have to do in the blueprint itself. You basically have to add the collision components. Now, I'm having that happen in 3 different places, and it's working, so I'm not going to change it. But I think it's probably really only necessary in one place. I'm having it happen in the construction script, where I added a Boolean just to see if I want to use the extra hair colliders. And I just made that visible so that I can turn that on and off in the sequencer if the character doesn't need it for any particular shots. And if it does, then I'm grabbing the hair component and I'm adding a collision component, and it's looking for a skeletal mesh component. And then I just did that same thing twice, not that, for both of the different spoons. And again, they can be hidden. They don't have to be in the scene, but they're there in case I need them. So I'm doing that in the construction script. I'm doing that also at begin play, same exact thing. And then I'm doing it one more time on activation of the hair component. I'm not sure that this is necessary, but it's here just in case. And what that is that's the hair component itself. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the details panel, there is the events, and on component activate, I just added that and put these in here. Same Boolean, just to double check. Probably none of it is necessary except for one, but again, it's working, so why not? Then collides with the other stuff in the scene. And I'll show one more example here. Let's see, I believe it's this one. And there's the spoon and the fingers. It's not a big deal. It's just enough to give it a little bit of life. All right. Hopefully that's helpful for somebody.